If we want to radically transform our world, God's given us three things that is our resource to do that: time, talent, and treasure. And today, this is a very brief sermon because our worship that we're offering today is the talents of the next generation to come. And we offer this back to God because these are the things He gave us: time, talent, treasure. If I say I love God and all of my time is on Xbox, I love Xbox. God is an afterthought. If I say I love something just naturally, it's what takes my time. If I love basketball, guess what I'm doing? I'm hooping a lot because I love basketball. And I'm not saying every moment of every day we're walking around, oh, holier than thou. I'm just saying, who owns your time? God wants me to have recreation, and I can kick it and play Madden. He wants me to have a life and a free time and free my mind. But who owns it? Who owns my time? My talent. What am I doing with my talents? Trust and believe the very same talents that enabled me to run a drug ring for a decade of my life are the very same talents that I use in bringing God's kingdom to Slavic Village. Trust and believe. The very same talents. God has given each person in this room talents to be used for His kingdom and to go out into the world and radically transform it. But what do we do with His talents? Like I said, the exact same talents. He gave me a talent to just talk to people. I used it for manipulating women and conniving situations and doing these sorts of things to run that business. And today it's used to share the gospel, to meet people where they're at, to speak people through situations. The very same talents, I'm telling you, administration, the same things, you know what I'm saying? What will we use our talents for? To radically impact our world so that we can radically impact the world? Or will we just use them for our own private entertainment, our own private? Because when I used it for the world, it lifted me on a pedestal. And people who lived in the world said, man, he's got the dream life. He's the man. That's what worldly people said. Today, we use them to put Christ on a pedestal so they see Him vividly and say, man, he's got an awesome God. I want to know what's up with Him. And thirdly, treasure. We are very adamant at this church about the fact that we came to serve the needs of this community, period. And we don't even pass the plate. I mean, I see billboards where people brag about passing it twice. Like, we're the home of only passing it twice. But here's the deal. And I'm not, whatever, everyone their own deal. But beneath that idea of not passing and just serving is trust. That God is changing your heart into realizing that what He gives you, you are to give back to Him in some way. You know what I mean? Some people believe 10%. There's different beliefs on just how. To me, it's what God compels your heart to give. If God says 40%, man, it's going to be a rough week, but that's what it is. It is what it is because it belongs to Him. And so I encourage you also in the area of treasure to give of what God has given you, even if it's $2. If it were 2 singles and you refuse to give it, those $2 will single-handedly be the downfall of your entire financial world because you refuse to give God that little bit. You heard in the parable, Jesus said, this is what the kingdom looks like. I give to you. Do you produce for me? Do you produce for my kingdom? Or do I need to take it all away from you? He said, lose all of life for me and you will save your life. But if you try to save a little piece for yourself, you will lose it all. And so today we're here to give back to God our time, our talent, our treasures. And today we want to specifically give our talents back to God for this next generation to teach kids to do those 3 things, to give God their time. There's so many things competing for our time right now. Trust and believe. I know, like all day, every day, things compete for our time. There's so many things we can use our talents for that will not be glorifying for God at all. And there's so many things that we can give our money to that will do nothing to glorify our Father.